Everyone, we're at the Nashville Zoo today, and it is very cold, so but it's still beautiful. There's still some animals out, so I'm going to try to get some good shots to show you guys, and hopefully it'll be a cool episode. Most people don't go to the zoo on a 30-degree day. However, despite the fact that we had to wear coats and extra layers, and that some animals were absent due to the temperature, the lack of crowds and extra activity of those animals that were out made this trip to the zoo both entertaining and enjoyable. The Nashville Zoo is truly beautiful, and the animals it features are diverse and well cared for, from reptiles, to birds, to fish, to mammals. So bundle up for the Jasher's Nature Tour of the Winter Nashville Zoo. So here are the Siamangs, and they're still out even though the sign says animals may be inside due to weather conditions, but they are still out, and they're a bit lethargic compared to usual, but still pretty cool. Alright, this is my favorite part of the Nashville Zoo, and of course that would be the reptile and amphibian and bug part. So here is the unseen new world, and so we're gonna go in and check it out. Now over here is where the fun really starts, because we got some seahorses, which are actually a type of fish. That's cool. They're very active today. Sometimes they're quite camouflaged in their surroundings and stuff, but that's awesome. And there should also be some
look how that one seahorse grabbed that long fish thing that it's got its tail around it, and it's not letting it swim off. Do you see it?
Oh yeah, the pipefish. Those are pipefish, right? These are actually very closely related to
pipefish.
To seahorses, are the pipefish here, and they're also in this enclosure, and they look very well camouflaged. And this seahorse is actually holding on to one. That's pretty cool. All right, and here, this will give some of you nightmares. If they're in, oh yeah, they're in here. And here are the Trinidad giant cockroaches. And they are big, and they are scary. I would still like to hold one though. And also in here are, they kind of look like a type of a giant isopod. I don't know what they are though. But you can see them also. And moving on, we got some more reptiles. Here's a Cuban false chameleon up here. Oh wow, look at him. And I guess they're called false chameleons because they look a lot like chameleons, but they're not. Look at the eyes. I think it looks like they rotate independently like the chameleon's eyes do. And we also have the giant Cuban anole in here. What do we have over here? Oh yeah, we have a snake. Or no, this is a type of skink.
It's a gallywasp, it said.
A gallywasp? Gallywasp, a heightened giant gallywasp, and I can tell it's a type of skink because of the way it's built. They probably spend most of their time underground. This way. Yeah, it says it's a burrowing lizard. And you can't see very much of it here, but let me tell you, that's a big lizard, and when you can see all of it, it's really, really cool. Alright, skinks. I like the look of skinks probably the most out of all this. Oh, here's another one. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Alright, here is a gallywasp that is fully exposed. And that is awesome. Look how big that is. I love the look of skinks. And these things are huge. But also look, I looked back at the giant, the Cuban false chameleon. And check this out. He is majorly showing off for us. Look at this. Look at the pads on his feet. They look like a gecko's pads. That's pretty cool. trying to climb on the glass here. I bet he can do it too. Look at the way his feet are sticking to the glass. That's pretty cool. All right, let's keep on going. And over here, we're upside down jellyfish. Look at that. This one is attached to the glass. That's interesting. Look at these things waving around. Wow. That's pretty cool. Yeah. They do release stinging mucus. And they are true jellyfish. That's interesting. Okay. And over here, oh, we got the tarantula. But where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh man, look at that. Now, if you have arachnophobia, this is not the exhibit for you. But that is very cool. That we have some Gila monsters under there. No, beaded lizards. Oh! Look at that. It's the spiny-tailed iguana. No, it's not. What is that?
He might be a chuckwaller, but we're not sure.
That's what it looks like, is a chuckwaller. Now, these things are really interesting because if they're threatened by a predator, they will go into like a crevice of a rock, and they'll expand their bodies to make it hard to get them out of that crack for a predator. And wow, all these animals are really active today. So here's the this is the spiny-tailed iguana, and that's a beautiful lizard. It's huge. And we got a tortoise over here, and this choke koala is just running around. But the beaded lizards are over here, and they look a lot like Gila monsters. I can't believe that those are not Gila monsters. But apparently those are beaded lizards. Yeah, buddy. Hey, how you doing? He is checking us out. He is like, oh, finally some visitors, because there's nobody at the zoo today. The Indo-Pacific lionfish. And lionfish are actually invasive. It says, in 1992, the venomous Indo-Pacific lionfish was introduced into Atlantic waters off the coast of Florida. Thriving in a new environment with no natural predators, lionfish have quickly spread throughout the Caribbean, devouring native fish of all sizes and decreasing the abundance of ecologically important species. But I mean, this thing is beautiful. Look at that. And this up here is what will give you it will give you the spike right here. Those kind of fleshy things covering his spines up there are the sheaths, and they'll come back and they'll spike you. And he should also have a couple back here that will also spike you. But that's pretty cool. This is a beautiful fish. Absolutely beautiful. That's cool. Alright, and over here we have an exhibit under construction that's very pretty. Alright. The Eastern Diamondback Rattlesnake. This is an incredible creature. It's named obviously after the diamonds on its back. And one thing I want to show you is the white and black banding behind the tail, and the tail. I mean, that's a big rattle, and it looks really, really cool. Look, it's rattling at me just a little bit. Apparently, it feels a little bit threatened, and he looks like he's in a bad mood too. Look at that. All right. Oh, and here's the Gila monster. Okay, so it looks like it's. Okay, yeah. So is this one over here. This is a Gila monster, and it is the only venomous lizard in North America. Looks to be a little bit smaller than the beaded lizard, but look at that beautiful patterning on there, and their bites are extremely painful. There's another one up here. This is the alligator snapping turtle, and these things are really cool, so prehistoric looking. And look how big his head is. I mean, his head is almost as big as mine. And right here, it shows how it hunts. This video. So their specialized tongue looks like a worm. Look at it down here. It looks exactly like a worm, and these things are going to be down in the mud, well camouflaged, and waiting for the fish to come and do this. Pretty cool. Here we have the indigo snake, and these are some cool little snakes. Well, not little, these are big snakes. And it's moving around, it's quite active right now. It's pretty cool. And here we got another snake, and this is the Blanchard's milk snake. And that's pretty cool because I can go over some of the things about patterning here. Now this pattern breaks up the outline, but it's also aposematic, and that means that it warns predators that I'm dangerous and you won't like to eat me. Now this isn't actually true with the Blanchard's milk snake or a lot of these types of snakes. It's actually mimicking the coral snake. But the way you can tell them apart in North America is that there's a saying that goes red on black, friend of Jack, red on yellow, kills a fellow. And you can see that the red bands on this snake are touching only the black bands. And that means that it is not a coral snake. Now, go out of the United States, and this is no longer a true saying. So, don't get confused and think that that something colored like this in Central America is not a coral snake, because it very well can be. Now, over here is one of my favorite exhibits, because this zoo actually has a hellbender, and a hellbender is the largest type of salamander in North America. And look how big this dude is. He is huge. Really, really big for a salamander. And they can get bigger than this also. This is pretty small for a hellbender, I'd say. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm not completely... Here's another one right here. That's awesome. There's something really cool in this exhibition, and this is a crawfish. I love catching crawfish, but this is a special type of crawfish, because if you look at him, he's not got that red patterning that most crawfish do. That's because this is a cobalt crawfish, same thing. They spend most of their time underground, and wow, that's just amazing. That's pretty cool. Now over here we got my favorite type of tarantula. These things are so cool. I love that aposematic coloring, and just the way they look is really awesome. This is the red knee tarantula. And you have some more turtles over here. We got, oh, look at this guy with his razor bats. His razor bat. This is the yellow blotched map turtle. And look at that coloring and those scales on his carapace. Wow, what a beautiful turtle. And we got a lizard climbing a wall here. He's bobbing his head around. Not sure exactly what that means. This is the Harlequin race runner. And we also got a big old snake up here. And that is the Central American rat snake. And we got some frogs up here too. Pretty cool. And I'm excited about this one because we have the legendary green anaconda in this exhibit, and I can't even see his full length, but this snake is huge. There also should be the red-tailed boa constrictor up here, and he's kind of curled up there. You can see him, some very bright and beautiful coloring. Cool stuff. And over here we got lots of big fish and stingrays and stuff like that. Oh, look at that lizard in the water there. What type of lizard is that? I don't even know what type of lizard that is. But, aquatic lizard, that's pretty cool. And got some turtles, some more big fish, some more stingrays. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So here's that aquatic lizard, and he's sleeping right now. And, just barely... And this is a caiman lizard, and he's just barely putting his head above the water, and that's pretty cool.
I don't think that's a caiman. Oh yeah, it is.
That is pretty cool. Wow, that's a big lizard too. So just a second ago, I was carrying on a conversation with a bird, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get him to do it again. Wow. Wow. There's a kookaburra. Not the one I was talking with. Wow. There he was, though. It wasn't the... Wow. It wasn't the one I was thinking it was. Wow. 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 Oh. Wow.
It's hard to tell which one's you and which one's the bird.
Wow. That's hilarious. That's one of the funniest sounds I've ever heard a bird make. Here are some of my favorite venomous snakes. We got the slender-nosed pit viper over here. There he is up on that ledge. Fortunately, we can't see him very well. But over here, we can see this perfectly well. And the aposematic coloring makes him beautiful. We have the eyelash viper. I love these snakes. They are so cool. And then finally over here, the jumping pit viper. Whoa, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. Look at him. That's awesome. Alright. This is the black and white tegu. Now these are invasive in Florida, and they are some amazing lizards. Look at all that jaw power that it has in its face. That's pretty cool. This is a really big lizard. Oh man, so this is the cassowary, and these animals they can be dangerous. This is incredible. Look how close this cassowary is to us. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It is so close, this is not zoomed in at all. We are standing right above it. Look at that blue head it has, and the big old crest. These things are so prehistoric looking, and you can almost understand why some evolutionists would think that birds came from dinosaurs, but we know that that is false. Wow, this is incredible. It's just walking around, finding things to eat, and it came right directly under me, and my battery ran out on my camera right as I was starting to video it. So I had to switch to my mom's phone, but this is amazing. The kangaroo path, and there are kangaroos on the path, and we are allowed to pet the kangaroos, so that's going to be pretty cool. This is a red kangaroo. Hi, buddy.
No, only on the back. Oh, that's so soft.
Yeah, it's very soft fur, but there's kind of a, you can tell it's guard hairs. Those big hairs. It almost looks like the head of a hare, like the rabbit hair. And off it goes.
Goodbye.
There's another one right here. So is there a reason that they're not red right now?
So females tend to be more of this gray color. And
All right.
the males that are going to be that bright red. We have a couple of females that are more red in color.
Okay, cool. Oh, no? Okay. How's it going? I think Ruby the kangaroo wants to go home with us.
There's not much in your life. Our stroller. Is Ruby pushing the wagon? Ruby, it's so soft. She's sniffing you. You're in the wagon, so she sees your fair game.
There's some pretty cool stuff. Nice scenery here. That's one of the things I like about the Nashville Zoo is that it makes everything nice. Not only are the animals cool, but we have a lot of really cool statues and scenery and stuff like that. And we're about to enter the Andean bear exhibit. Hopefully they will be out today. And they are out. There's a bear. Where? Where is it? What? Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. The Andean bear.
He's going to get on the rock for us. Let me see his breath. Oh, he's going to sit down.
Look at that. So this is the Nashville Zoo. Beautiful, exciting. Visiting ensures an enjoyable day and some great photos. It's even a tempting excursion in the middle of the winter. But more than that, the Nashville Zoo offers a chance to interact with some of God's most fascinating creations in a safe environment. There one sees animals that he or she would likely never come in contact with in the wild. There, kids can fearlessly get up close with animals that could kill an adult. The zoo is a starting point for the connection between human and animal that many of us have lost. Not of fear, but of wonder and respect. That is the Nashville Zoo.